Okay then guys, we're now outside the former BHS department store in Stratford-upon-Avon, and we are waiting now for the X20 up to Solihull, which is operated by Stagecoach. It was previously operated by Diamond, and way before that it was operated by Johnson's XL Bus. And when it was Diamond and Johnson's XL Bus, it ran from here to Coventry via Solihull, but the Coventry section is renumbered back to the 82, as the Coventry section was the 82 before. And Johnson's did the X20 to Coventry between 2019 and 2022, just before Diamond Bus bought out Johnson's and ran it from Redditch depot for Diamond. And the X20 was actually an original number from the Midland Red era. It didn't run to Coventry during the Midland Red days. It used to run from Birmingham to here in Stratford-upon-Avon, and also Travel West Midlands did it, which is now known as today's National Express. I think Stagecoach did it before to Birmingham, I'm not sure. And Johnson's did it up until 2018, and from when they shortened the X20 to Shirley and renumbered it the 20. And then the X20 was reintroduced in 2019, but running from Stratford to Coventry. Then Diamond took over, but however, the reason why Stagecoach took on these services, along with the locals round here, it was because the routes were tendered by Warwickshire County Council, so that meant the services are now being provided by Stagecoach, as we are under the Stagecoach territory. The only Diamond services you'll see here is the X19 on Sundays, and of course there's that closed service N1 and N2. So we are just now waiting here for the X20 service to arrive. Okay then guys, just before I take you into detail of this route, as you probably know, the X19 video was actually uploaded first rather than the 183, so I do apologise for that. And also there's a bit of misinformation with the X19. If you remember, Diamond used to operate the X19 on the evenings and Sundays, but however, it turns out not to be the case, as Diamond no longer run the X19, so it's only Stagecoach. So see you in a few moments when I'll introduce you to the route. Stratford-upon-Avon up to Solihull, and this is a Scania Enviro 400, I believe, and this has the poppies on, known as the poppy bus, rather than the standard stagecoach livery. And as you can see, passing us is a lot of Johnson's coaches, as because Johnson's is actually based on this line itself. So there's one Johnson's coach just gone by. Here comes another one. This here was an old railway bridge we used to go under. We just went under. So a nice split of Johnson's coaches. Now this was operated by Johnson's, and Johnson's, if you remember, Johnson's did service work, and they used fleets like deckers and single decks. They even had Optare Solos, even an Optare Versa as well. However, Johnson's gave up the service work and were passed on to Diamond, because Johnson's are more focused on the coach work. And also Whittles is also part of the Johnson's family. And if you remembered, Whittles used to do service work in Kidderminster, but they've also been passed on to Diamond as well. So it's like all these independents have all been bought out by Diamond, but however, Johnson's, Diamond didn't last long on this route because it was up for tender, so Stagecoach won the contract under Warwickshire Council. And here is the Johnson's coach depot. So I'm just going to get a good shot. So here's the bus depot here, or the coach depot. Coaches are all kept, and if you remember, when the X20 was extended onto Coventry, they had a driver changeover at the depot, and in comes another Johnson's coach just passing. Very nice fleet of coaches Johnson's have got, and of course Diamond Bus had the ADL Enviro 200s, which are also ex-Johnson's, and one of them, YLL, was nicknamed Custard, which had been repainted into the Diamond livery last year. Now Custard has gone to Burton-upon-Trent depot, which used to be the home of Midland Classic, because Diamond bought Midland Classic right after, a few months after Johnson's, and branded as Diamond Bus for the East Midlands. So Diamond's not only operate in the West Midlands, they also operate in the East Midlands, they also operate in the South East, and they also operate up in Manchester, Greater Manchester, up in the North West. And but most of the Diamond stuff is under the B network in Manchester. Most of the stuff now in Manchester is now under the B network. So it's now run by the B network, and of course I've seen Diamond buses up in Manchester, and you've got Diamond down in South East towards London, and so it's really nice to see some good fleet of coaches at Johnson's, because as you know, Johnson's is local to Stratford. There's an X18 branded Enviro 400 just gone past on the X20 heading into Stratford. Of course, you've got the X18 that goes from Stratford to Coventry, and I've done that one back in 2022 in the Trident. The X18 route that goes through Warwick and Leamington Spa. So anyway, this is the motorway for the M40, and of course I've done videos on the M40 in the car when I did that trip down to Dorset last year. Went down to Dorset, so you go down the M40 between here and Bicester, between Birmingham area and Bicester, and then you go onto the A34, the trunk road through Oxford, and also through Didcot, and then you go past Cheveley services on the M4, where it joins up the A31, goes down to Ringwood, then get off, like we usually get off near Bournemouth, the A338, go past Bournemouth Airport to Herne and Christchurch, go through the town of Bournemouth, through Granks and Chimes, and then we come to Sandbanks, and we turn, and you can turn right towards Poole, either over Poole Harbour, or if you're going to Swanage, you would go via and then you go via Sandbanks and over the Toll Ferry. So we're now on our way into Solihull right now, and as you know, Solihull is under the National Express West Midlands territory, and that's operated from nearby depots such as Yardley Wood and also Avon Street. I'm not sure if Birmingham Central operates in Solihull, I'm not 100% sure. So here we are, welcoming into Solihull, but we are going to go through Shirley first, along the Stratford Road. I know Yardley Wood operates in Solihull. As well as that, you do have Diamond Redditch, they do operate in Solihull as well. And also you've got Land Flight as well, which does the A series routes, because you've got Land Flight, which is another good independent. So as you know, we're now under the TFWM boundary now, Transport for West Midlands. So we're now under the Transport for West Midlands boundary. So this is Stratford Road, the wharf. So you've got the 513 as well, which is run by Flexibus, I believe. Because of course you've got Flexibus also operates in Solihull as well. Because they operate a handful of services, and also they run the 519, and also we've got a sign here for Birmingham Airport. And Dorwich is just over there. So you've got Dorwich, so it's 5 miles into Solihull and 2 miles to the M42 alley. Because as you know, the M42 is the orbital motorway around Birmingham, and so we're now going to be, so we're not far away now from Solihull. I'm hoping soon to do the 82 that goes up to Coventry at some point, and the 87, which is also operated by Stagecoach, but that operates out of Nuneaton depot, while this one is Leamington depot. There's a Leamington Spa depot from the X80 and the X20, and the 82 and the 87 operate from Nuneaton, and you've got another half of work that also operates from Rugby depot, because Stagecoach also operate from Rugby as well. They operate a handful of depots. So we're now joined up with the A7, and of course this is actually my first Stagecoach run I've done in a while, because I hadn't been on Stagecoach last year, but I'm finally doing it this year, and hopefully to do more Stagecoaches this year. There's a sign here for Birmingham Airport. Train station as well, and that takes you to different destinations, such as so the train station in Solihull is for trains into the centre of Birmingham, and also onto Worcester Way, Stour Bridge and Craiglang and Kidderminster, and also the Chiltern train services to London Marylebone, and there you join up with Bakerloo line, Underground. So you've got the Chiltern line to London Marylebone, and of course you've got other stations after Solihull. You've got Dorwich as well, Whitney Manor, and of course you've got Warwick Parkway, Warwick, Leamington Spa, Banbury, Leicester North and London. Sign here now. So we're now coming to the junction for the M42 now. M42 northbound. And there you see in front is a stagecoach vehicle just arriving. I think that is just not in service. Unless that's working for the A7 service, and that's going into the Bliff Valley Park. So we are now by Notcutt's Garden Centre, which is on the right hand side, and that is also next to a Tesco store, Tesco supermarket. And there's also a McDonald's up here as well. And there used to be a roof on top of that building, but the roof was a little bit like a glass roof, but it was a bit like translucent, and now they took the roof off. It looked a little bit like the size of an airport terminal, and also like a supermarket. And there's McDonald's right there, and of course you've got a Range Rover garage, Land Rover, just right there. So we are now not far away from Solihull town centre. And of course, Solihull, for example, used to be the home of the iconic BG's department store, House of Fraser, which sadly closed in the summer of last year. And they've closed the House of Fraser in Cheltenham, the Cavendish House. So it's a shame they've closed a lot of their stores. And there's a Premier Inn Beefeater on the left hand side. I'm not sure about the A7 run by Stagecoach, unless it's either Stagecoach or Land Flight, but I think it's Stagecoach. I'm not sure. So got the A9 as well. Anyway, there's the Beefeater restaurant and Premier Inn. The majority of Premier Inns do have Beefeaters attached to it. And here is the Orleans Smokehouse, which used to be a Harvester restaurant. And we're now with the X20. So the X20 takes us to Solihull. So we're now going so we're going along the Stratford Road, the A34, Birmingham, Hall Green, Shirley. Now the A34 is the road we usually go down towards Oxford Way, and there's the Volkswagen garage, and right next to it is the Sytner BMW and Mini garage. And finally, we've now done the X20 under Stagecoach. So we've done the Diamond version in 2022, and now we've done the Stagecoach version of the X20. And there's a sign here for Dickens Heath and Village Hotel. Not sure if Dickens Heath is related to Charles Dickens, because I know we've got Dickens World down in Medway area. And there's a Toyota garage, Honda garage, and here's the Birmingham Audi, which also looks like the shape of an airport terminal as well. And of course, there is an escalator in there, but it doesn't work. And I don't know what's going on here. They must be building some kind of new factory units or whatever that's going to be. I'm not sure. I think it's storerooms they're building here. So Nature Village and Sophology. And before, there was actually a Curry's shop here before, but Curry's moved onto the Sears Retail Park, which is further back. So now continuing along, and of course you got Tappy Carpets as well, and of course there's a Jaguar company. We've also just gone past the Quick Fit garage, and on the left hand side is Sports Direct. Sports Direct, which has the Phoenix platform lift, and Sports Direct is now under Fraser's Group, so that includes the likes. But this Sports Direct includes USC and Flannels, which is all under the Fraser's Group. And of course, I think there's a game concession upstairs. I believe there is. Yeah, there is, because I've been in there. And of course, you've got the 169 we've joined up with as well, and that goes to and the 169 route that goes towards Solihull. So anyway, there's a Sports Direct and Flannels and USC, and that there used to be a PC World. And just over there is Sainsbury's, and we're on Marshall Lake Road, so we're now at Marshall Lake. And just by the Sainsbury's is nearby, there's a Toys R Us. There's a Toys R Us that's, was Toys R Us, it's now Smith's. Smith's the toy store, I forgot. So there's so the Sears Retail Park's on the other side. And there's a Shell petrol station here. Did a great trip today. We did the 183 from Bromsgrove to Redditch on the Diamond minibus. And then we did the X19 over to Stratford on the Trident, and now we're on this type of Enviro 400, Scania Enviro 400 up to Solihull. And anyway, here comes the number 5 that goes to Solihull, an Enviro 400 MMC. I think that was an X-Pensnet, but that's now operated by Acox Green, and that is branded for the outer circle routes. And just behind is the electric one from Yardley Wood, operating for the 6 to Solihull. As you know, they have a handful of electric routes, West Midlands do, especially up in Coventry, because Coventry is now fully electric now. Because all the ex-Coventry diesel vehicles have gone to a variety of different depots across the Midlands. There's the 6, the electric bus. Very nice route. I believe that's a very nice route, the 6. So here we are on the Stratford Road. So this is Stratford. Awkward getting round here, and Hall Green is straight ahead, but this service goes nowhere near Hall Green, and it turns off, which will be coming up shortly, and that will take us into Solihull, and we'll be finishing the trip at the Touchwood Shopping Centre. So we'll be finishing at the Stratford Shopping Centre. And here's Bristol Street Motors, the Ford garage. Wawen-Henley-in-Arden ALX 400 on the 76. It's come from QE Hospital and Wheelie Castle. And here comes a Renault garage. And just on the right hand side is of course the former Wawen-Henley-in-Shirley store. Well, it's not anymore because Morrison's is now closed. And that's actually designed by the, I think that's designed by the same architect who built the old Kidderminster one, which became a Dunelm. And I believe this Morrison's used to be Safeway, because I know a lot of Morrison's originate. Most of the Morrison's were ex-Safeway. If you remember that. And just right opposite is Iceland. I can't believe there's actually like two supermarkets opposite each other. It's very interesting, yeah. Very weird, isn't it? So we are just about to turn right and head into Solihull. Going straight was where the X20 used to go to head to Birmingham, because the X20 used to go straight ahead to Birmingham, and that was also when it was the 20 when it ran to Shirley, because I think it was down to reliability issues that caused the X20 to no longer run to Birmingham. And there's an Enviro 400 just passing us, National Express on the 49 to the Great Park Complex in Newbury. Anyway, here we go. We are now on our way into our final destination, which is of course Solihull. And when this bus gets to Solihull, this bus will then head back to Stratford-Wootton. But however, when it was Diamond and Johnson's, it used to continue up into Coventry, but that's now been renamed back to the 82. And Diamond used to operate the 82 before, when it was under the Diamond signature contracts. But Diamond gave up the 82 when they gave up the signature work, and Johnson's took over, and then they combined it as an X20 from Coventry to Stratford via Solihull. And we've actually been, because we were here last year, 2022, when we were doing the X20 bound for Stratford, when it was operated by Diamond. And that was when the fate for majority of Diamond services were facing an uncertain future because of what was going on, because of obvious reasons. And anyway, we're just passing an Enviro 400 MMC operating for land flight, and that's doing the A4 up to Withell. And Withell is the home of the Transport Museum, and they hold a variety of different events, and they'll be holding the event when they'll be celebrating years of the 50, which is the Maypole to Birmingham route, which is neighboured to the museum. And of course the A12 has joined us, and the majority of land flight is all ADL stuff. It's all operated by Enviros. Land flight is Enviro 200 MMCs and also standard Enviro 200s. And here comes National Express Enviro 400 MMC, and that is working for the 4A into Birmingham. Run from Acox Green, I think, or Yardley-Wood, I think it's Acox Green. The 4A operate, because I think the 4A is operating from Acox Green. And here comes a coach, Hollywood Travel. So I hope you enjoyed the X20 service all the way from Stratford, the birthplace of William Shakespeare, and it's been a brilliant trip. It's been a brilliant trip, and there will be more and more exciting vlogs to be coming here on Joe Plus Train Platinum Adventures. Shout out to the Black Country Traveller. You should check out this route, the X20, from Solihull to Stratford-upon-Avon, and also the X19 from Stratford into Redditch, and also the 183 from Bromsgrove to Redditch. And as you probably know, the when we were on the 183, it was playing a bit of music, and that has been edited due to copyright reasons. So here we are. We are now about to turn right. So, as you know, I am looking at doing more and more stagecoach work soon. Routes again. I might be doing more and more stagecoach routes. Might be doing a few over Solihull. Maybe the next trip we might look at doing the 82 and the 87, competing between Solihull and Coventry via Horsehall Common. I know those routes are brilliant, the 82 and the 87, and might also do the airport route, the X12, which runs over to Stratford-Wootton. And of course you used to have the 671 that used to run from Solihull to Sutton Coldfield, because it used to be a Sutton Coldfield bus from Solihull before. And anyway, on our right hand side is the Solihull Community Fire Station. So we're just by Solihull Fire Station. So welcome to Solihull, and hope you enjoyed the journey all the way from Stratford, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and whenever more videos come up on the channel I will be doing them. And anyway, there's a sign here for the town centre, Load Lane Mill Square. Then you've also got the sign here for John Lewis, which is now known as John Lewis and Partners. And there's a Trident LX400 working on the 76. Oh, the 76 is Northfield. Right, runs into Northfield. Here we are at the roundabout, and of course there's actually an advertising here for Cousins, the furniture store. As you know, Cousins operate here over at Birmingham, and also Dudley and Shrewsbury. There used to be Manchester, but there isn't one in Manchester anymore. And so anyway, the X20 is now arriving at Solihull. So here we are. Warm welcome to Solihull. So now it's coming. So now it's like the rush hour is about to start now, because everyone will be finishing work and school. And there's an Optare Solo SR, which is actually a former 226 branding one, working the A15 Solihull, which is one of the local services. If you remembered, that was originally on the 226 route, the Maryhill to Dudley service. So everyone's finishing work and school now, because it's coming to like 3 o'clock. Everyone wants to rush home, so here we are. We've now reached our final destination. There's the old House of Fraser there, the old Beatties. So there's a 49 to Rubery, and we're just right at the front of the Touchwood Shopping Centre. So welcome to Solihull. This is the last stop on the trip. Here we are. Welcome to Solihull. And there's the X2 going to Birmingham, and XWM Platinum.